Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ma'am. My name is Fanny Trisnia. My number is 146. I will explain about a project that I have made to establish a partnership school in the community. I choose to build a school program with the community because I thought this program would benefit students, teachers, and of course the general public. The second slide, table of contents. First program, teacher and teaching method. Second program, educational content. Third program, learning environment. Fourth program, school management. Fifth program, precondition for pupils. Sixth program, funding and organization. And sixth and the last program, organization term. The next slide, first program, teacher and teaching method. Using discovery learning method because this method will make students more active and independent. They will fully participate in the class. As a teacher, I will only provide initial direction for subsequent activities. Students will be required to be independent in expressing ideas and also be active in the classroom. Because through this method, students will be accustomed to being active and thinking critically in learning, which will aim well for their future. The next slide, second program, educational content. The first, to train students to be multi-talent. So by making students multi-talent, it will be very beneficial for their present lives as well as in the future, because they are not only good at academics, but also versatile skills such as joining several organizations that are beneficial to themselves, schools, and others. Second, to make students dare to interact. To make students dare to interact socially with humans in a wider scope. It aims to foster a caring attitude. The third, to make students dare to appear. Aims to make students more creative in order to create new creations that are useful for themselves, schools, and others, such as making crafts or programs. And last, to make students care. Aims to make students have a high sense of care for the environment and are aware to take part in protecting. My third program, learning environment. The first, active and creative. Active and creative learning will make students independent to have new thoughts and dare to express their ideas. Second, cheerful and happy. When we carry out our learning activities, we must provide a cheerful and comfortable so that the material we will convey to students can be conveyed well. Because students' thoughts are happy, so it is easy to understand what the teacher teach. Third, interesting and educational. Learning will make students thinking critically and well and will not make them feel bored. And last, educate. Learning does not always have to be about the material, but also how we educate their manners and moral, so that the academic knowledge they get is balanced with the profiling norms. The fourth program, I will explain about school management. The first, teacher management and school staff. In charge of taking care of all regulatory requirements and policies regarding teachers and school staff. The second, management of school administration. We taking care of our school administration, such as payment of registration form, re-registration, building fees, student fees, and other budgets. Third, in management of student list. In charge of managing the overall students' attendance list. The fourth, management of activities inside and outside the school. is in charge of taking care of all students' activities inside and outside the school, such as competition, extracurricular activities, organizational activities, and others. The five management of school facilities aims to take care of all school facilities such as libraries, playrooms, canteens, uniforms, and others. The sixth management of school examination aims to take care of school exam preparation such as taking care of all exam questions and other equipment. And the last management of cost for reserve requirements aims to take care of other spare costs such as damaged school buildings for repair. The fifth program, I will explain about precondition for pupils. The first, students will have goals. Students are expected to have a much better life goal and quality from the learning we have provided as well as from their own experience. The second, students will have an active and good spirit. Students are expected to have high enthusiasm and not easily give up in facing every challenge to reach a good future. The third students will have motivation for the future. Students are expected to have motivation from within themselves as well as from those around them to remain confident about what they are going to do. And the last, students become a very good person. Students are expected to be very good and useful to others. And the next program, funding and organization. The first, the community will fund schools and teachers. The second, the community will fund educators. The third, the community will fund all the facilities needed by the school and students. The fourth, the community will fund all research needed by students such as scholarships, Olympics, and other achievements. And the last, the community will introduce the organization which play a role in the humanitarian fields. Greenpeace expected cultivate a caring attitude towards. And the last my program. So term of agreement. I have three terms of agreement which must be approved by both parties provided that no one feels at a disadvantage. So all of that is an explanation of the community school program that I will establish. Thank you, ma'am, for giving the time to listen to my program and make me understand what about leadership entrepreneur. Always healthy, ma'am. See you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.